Hi guys, CALAFYX here. So today I'm going to show you 5 different tips or techniques that will help you as a live performer using Ableton Live. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how you'd be able to switch between playing instruments easily during a live performance. So I'm going to insert an instrument rack on this pre-made MIDI track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the chain list and insert new chain. So on this first chain I'm going to insert Spire. I'm going to select my first preset or sound, for example. Found one that I like. So if I play this, I quite like that for the first one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a second chain and do exactly the same thing. Insert another instrument on here, find a sound that you like, for example that one. Let's have a little listen to that. Let's try a different one that's a bit more prominent. So now we're going to set another chain. Why don't we try a different VST, for example, Silent Fun? And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm clicking on these speaker icons here to mute them, to mute each individual chain for now while I audition the sounds of the presets. So now I'm going to pick another sound for example. Let's try that one. Let's try another one. And for argument's sake, we'll use Massive for this one. Just to show that you can use many different sounds. Let's try that one. So now we have our 4 different sounds, but if you put the unmute back on, it's a great way to create a loop, like a layered synths within one MIDI track. But when you're playing live, you might want to change between different instruments throughout your live set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the chain. From the chain I'm going to increase all of these to fill the bar and all of them. So then I'm going to select them all. I'm going to right click and distribute ranges equally. Then on one of my MIDI controllers, I'm going to make sure it's on user mode. Click on the MIDI up here. Select on the chain selector, move a parameter, which now if I start moving this parameter, you can see the chain selector moving between the 4 of them. So if I start playing now, it should change between the 4 different instrument sounds. Second. third, fourth. So during your live performance, during your first song, so you could use this sound. Let's take the arpeggiator off for now. So you could use that for that first song, and that's why you might want to use it. So that's the first tip I want to show you. It's simple as that. So the second one I want to show, the second tip, is follow actions. Follow actions is great if you want to add randomness within your live set, or if you want to have an organized live set. For example, I've got some drums on here, so if I start creating some drums, have a basic 4 on the floor kick drum. Let's add something new. So duplicate that, maybe add in a snare. Duplicate that, add in a hi-hat. So you go. Then duplicate that. Take out the snare. And duplicate that. Maybe take out the kicks. Add in more hi-hats, randomness, sorry. So now what I'm going to do to make it quite random, so I'm going to make sure this launch mode is open, where underneath where it says follow action, I'm going to change it to 2 beats. For every 2 beats for this clip, make sure you select the clips each time. For 2 beats, after 2 beats is played, it's going to pick any random one within this MIDI track. So the next one, if I click on it, as you see it changes there. Click on that, yeah. So again, for every 2 beats, it's going to change to any. Change that. Any. So now if I play this from the top one, as you see, it's randomly changing between the different MIDI sequences. So now, another way you can do it is have organized clips. So, for example, let's copy this over. So I'm going to copy this over, and for every 2, instead of clicking on any, I'm going to change it to next. So maybe the next one I want is with the hi-hats in. So then again, change that to the next. Then maybe ones with some snares in. Again, change that to next. Then I might want to go down to just the hi-hat, but after the hi-hats I might want to play that for 1 bar instead of 2 beats. Then afterwards I just want that to stop, because that'll be the end of that section of the track. So as that one was changing randomly, this one will change within an organized sequence. For example, I don't try to make them longer so you can hear it a bit better. So each one's going to be for 1 bar instead. And this last one can be for 2 bars. So that's the second tip that you could use in your live performances to help organize or randomize your performance. The next thing I'm going to show you is simply using things such as auto filters or bass clef's easy washout to help transition or add effects within your live set. So for example, you might want to have this playing. While other stuff's getting brought in. So what I've done is I've literally, I'll delete that, added an auto filter onto the master track. Make sure the frequency is all the way up. Click on the MIDI at the top, selecting the parameter on one of your controllers for that. Then within here, I've limited, it goes all the way up to the 19.9 kilohertz range, and I want to stop it at about 300 hertz. So when I bring it down in frequency in the filter, it stops at the 300 hertz. So let's play that. And another thing you can use, as I've mentioned, is the bass clef's easy washout. Now this is absolutely free. If you go onto bass clef's website and like his pages, you can get a free download of it. I'll post the link like down below, so you can get it absolutely free. And it's great. So what it does is, it kind of filters it quite similar to this. Instead of filtering down, it filters it upwards. So if I change that to this, so it filters it up like that instead of the other way around. As well as doing that, it also adds in reverb as well as delay, so it sounds something like this. It's also it's quite a nice effect for you to transition or build up and before the drop or anything within your live performance. So again, I'll post the link for that for the download down below. But yeah, check Bass Cleph's tutorials out. He's really good. He does a lot of dance music and EDM, and he gives a lot of tips on how you can transition using effects or production techniques within your live performances. So he's really good at tutorials, so definitely check him out and give him a subscribe. The next thing I'm going to do is quite similar to the first one where I use the instrument rack. I'm going to use it on the FX. So now what I'm going to do is going to add it audio effects rack onto this return channel. Again with a chain list. I'm going to start adding in some random effects. I'll do three different chains. So on the first chain I'm going to add just a simple ping pong delay. Let's choose some random settings. On the second chain, might want a phaser. And on the third chain, might want to add a bit of overdrive or distortion. About 5%. So again, open a chain. Stretch them all out. Select them all, right click, distribute ranges equally. Go on your MIDI. Select the parameter which can be moved, which is this. add up to your send, press play. Some of them may need changing so you can hear the different effects better. Let's try that. Beat repeat instead. Navigating difference in between them. So that's a great way of adding different effects within forms as well. Also, I should have added in, if I select them all again and right click and distribute ranges equally. This last one, if you keep it as blank, it will then have no effects on, so then you won't have any effects on any of your tracks or sounds within your performance. If you want to keep anything just plain and as is during your performance, so you could have it there normally. So that's another great way of adding different effects within your performance. So that was the fourth tip. Oh, that was the fourth tip, and the last tip that I've got, or technique that you can use, is something that I've just learnt myself. So if I go on to this one again, start creating some new drums, for example, 2 bars, sorry. Let's quickly make a 2-bar drum sequence. So you've got this one, and then another one, difference is going to be that. Then this one's like that. Bring this down there, and I'll let it copy it. Make sure the effects are off. Yep. Use that sound for the example. So stop that. So what I'm going to do on the scene selector is I'm going to rename. This also works whether you put a space or not. If you put in, for example, 125, then BPM after it, then you right click this one and change that to 174 BPM, and maybe you could change this one to 120. Oh, don't forget the BPM. You always have to put the BPM, whether it's space BPM. I believe space BPM works as well. Yeah. So each time you select a scene during your session, like on the fly, if you change going from different tempos, you could start off like that, and as you can see up here, it changes to the tempo over here that you've selected. So if I start playing this one at 125, the tempo changes over here. And the next one instantly changes. That's a technique I've literally just learnt myself. I've came across the technique. It's really good and useful, because I thought during performances I would have had to use the Ableton push to change my tempo up and down as a transition through different songs, or different speeds of songs, or different speeds of the certain song. But it's really good to instantly get a different tempo change on the fly without having to put too much effort in. During the performance, you want to try to keep it as simple as possible, so you're not doing too much at once, so you can screw up. But you also don't want to be doing nothing at all as well. But they were the 5 main tips that I've got to show you today. I hope you've learned something. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to comment below. If you've got any tips yourself you want to share, please do. If you've got anything to add on, or to give comments on and help improve, please do. I always take constructive criticism the best I can. If you like this and you want any more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.